Verse 507. If it is said that something exists with the wise, this is not what is discriminated by the ignorant. If the wise and the ignorant walk the same way, that which is real with the wise must be a falsehood. So this verse carries on very much in spirit from the previous one. Ignorant means identifying with the intellect. Ignorance means an intellectual understanding of spiritual truth. The wise represents going beyond the intellect. We go into the realm of pure experiencing, just as we do when we hear music. If you're a musician, a composer, then you'll have studied music in some ways, analysed it. But as somebody who's listening to music, you're concerned with the experience of the music. You might seek to further that experience by intellectual understanding. That's fine. But when music becomes simply intellectual understanding, the spirit of music's been lost. Same with poetry. So when something is said to exist with the wise, this has got nothing to do with intellectual understanding. It's the experience of absolute being. And there's no compromise between the two. The experience of music is quite different from an intellectual understanding of music. If music could be fully appreciated intellectually, there would be no need for music. If poetry could be understood purely intellectually, there'd be no need for poetry. The point of these things is they take us beyond the conceptual mind. They take us beyond the intellect. It sounds very mysterious, very uncommon perhaps. But actually, we inhabit this kind of space much of the time without realizing it, without appreciating it. It's only when we come to start talking about it that we like to think of ourselves as intellectual and give weight to our words, to our opinions, thoughts and ideas. But there's no wisdom here. And I think there's a slight warning here that spiritual realization can easily degenerate into intellectual understanding. And it's what we must be wary of as enlightenment practitioners, that we aren't getting caught up in words, even sublime words, that we are coming back to that which is beyond the mind. Realization is always fresh. If there's any hint that it's become boring or samey, the same old thing, then we've missed the point. We've forgotten. A certain mental tone has crept in, and we are associating that mental tone with spiritual insight. Our habit energy has corrupted our insight. So what is real with the wise is now a falsehood. So this is what we must be on our guard against. If we ever get fed up with this, if we ever get bored with it, then we've forgotten the true potency of our practice. So let's keep coming back to vibrancy, to loving openness, to pure, unadulterated, blissful being. I've generally been a little bit wary about this word bliss in terms of spiritual insight. But I think a better word is vibrancy. Vibrancy. The vibrancy of pure being.